Good morning, everybody. It is Michelle. I am tuning in with you. Me and my dog Stella. We are going to be demonstrating on how to use, see if I can get them all on my hand here for you. We have Molly Red Pepper, Blue Thunder, and Lemon Kiss. Now, if you guys are familiar, we usually have all of our unicorn spits in these 8-ounce little round top bottles. But for Walmart, they have a special jar, which is this little beauty right here. Absolutely love it. Reminds me of whenever I first started making unicorn spit. I had them in little jars like this, and it just makes me so happy to have one of our retailers request to have them in a really unique little bottle that's reminiscent of when I first started. So thank you. It makes me feel really special. All right, guys. Well, we're going to be staining some wood pine browns that look like this. All right, you can pick them up at any of your hardware stores. What we're going to do is turn them into something really beautiful like this. If you guys want to see how we did the sparkling, as you can see, this one's very holographic looking. If you guys want to have a video or see the video on how I did this one, just look on our my YouTube that we have right here. I did this one live with you guys yesterday. Not only did I get this one completed, I'm going to show you the other one I did as well. We did this one as well. So these are done in our sparkling stain, and they are super beautiful. It's super easy to do, and they're super holographic. It's hard to really catch it in the lighting and my iPad as a camera, but this is amazing and I love it. So yesterday we did demonstration on the sparkling. We used the sparkling stain in the Sasha, oh my gosh, Starling Sasha, and then we used the Golden Gosling on this one. So only two colors made this, pink, yellow, and orange. Then on the jewel tone one over here, we used Lavish Lovebirds, Violet Vulture, and Sapphire Swift. I'm really excited about these. I think they turned out really beautiful. It's hard to capture just how holographic these are. Hopefully this will help you see it a little bit stronger, but I'm ready to do the other side. A lot of folks chimed in and they were like, oh, well, I think I would really like to see yellow, blue, and red, which is the primary colors. And I thought, well, let's do them with regular unicorn spit so that you can see the difference between sparkling, which is this, and regular unicorn spit that we're going to be doing next. So I'm going to set this down. I'm going to put this one on my table next to me, and I'm going to point you downwards to my Dreambox table, and let's get started. All right, guys, got you in line here. All right, so again, we're working with a pine board. So this is just dry pine, and you can pick these up. You can make lazy Susans out of them, make all kinds of fun things with them. And we are going to start off by first using some water. Unicorn spit does not need a wood conditioner because there's no plastics in it. So all you have to do is wet the surface, let it open those pores, which, you know, having no plastics also makes this wonderful. You can see my table here has lots of unicorn spit from yesterday. I'm just going to mist it with a little bit of water, let it hydrate up, and you can easily just take a cloth with just water and wipe it away like it never happened. And that's on a sealed surface. So unicorn spit is not permanent until you've added your oil-based top coat. See another spot over here? I'm just going to take whatever wetness is left on my little towel and boom, you're done. However, it will stain your fabric. So note to the wise, don't think that it'll just wash off your fabric super easy. It is an extremely porous surface. All right, guys, well, if you're tuning in, give me a little comment. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you know when I go live. All right, let's get started here. So as I said, we are going to be doing the primary colors on this piece of wood, and we're going to be using regular unicorn spit, the original formula. This is Lemon Kiss. Now remember, these can be diluted with up to 10 parts water. They're extremely concentrated gel pigment that is non-toxic, VOC free. There's no stinky smells that are going to hurt you, and it's also jasmine scented. So I really love that it has an aromatherapy transition as well. A lot of people ask, well, you know, I'm kind of sensitive to smells, and I'm happy to report that this is a non-hypergenic, and it also is not an extremely strong scent that it's going to overpower you. It's just lightly there, just something fun to have in there. So we're going to start with our Lemon Kiss, and we're going to just follow along pretty much the same pattern that we did yesterday. But on this, with it being the regular unicorn spit, I'm really going to utilize a lot of water because we are going to dilute this down. So what I'm going to do is just spritz a little water right into that tub. So you can see that I diluted it already, and I'm going to just wet my brush using it. You can see that there's a bit on it, so it's kind of thick right there, right? But this is going to allow us to dilute as we go rather than dilute the whole thing. So I like to look at my wood grain pattern that I have also, and when I apply, I like to follow. I like to go with the flow. When you're applying your stain, you always want to follow the way the tree has grown. So follow that wood grain along. It also makes for a really interesting and beautiful kind of a pattern for you to follow. So here we go. We're just going to stripe this color in. Ken said he'd be here around noon to fix the stove. Sorry guys, somebody ding-donged on our door. It's probably an Amazon package. So there we go. We got our nice little beam of yellow in there, and you can see that little itty bit went a very long way. I'm gonna reload my brush. Take this over here. I'm gonna reload my brush with that water that we have on the top. Kind of tap it down. I'm going to wet my board again, just to keep it nice and hydrated. And we'll bring it over this way. Now I'm just following this little line that's in the wood grain. Just filling it in there. Now if it's extremely wet, it will leach out to the other colors. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. You don't want it to be so overly wet that that happens. You want to definitely go easy on the water. You just want it to be wet enough that the colors kind of just melt. But you can go extremely watered down, like 10 to 20 parts, and it will stream out if it's placed on a wet surface. So again, we're just taking our yellow and we're putting our little colors in. You can see there's a lot more water on the surface here. So it's getting a little bit of bleed on the outside. There is not as much water on this side, so you can see that there's no bleeding happening. I'm just gonna get that color punched in really strong. Oh my goodness, sorry about that guys. We're all working from home, and Stella, my bully, is very excited about it apparently. She must be watching Dad out there.
Mowers are here.
The mowers are here. Good.
Ethan's out there.
Oh, is he really? I'll have to go say hello. I'm sure I'll be done with this before they leave. All right, guys. Well, I'm looking for your comments. I don't know if it's working or not. Please make a comment. Let me know that my stream is working. I see that we have some people viewing, but not too many comments. So give me some comments, some likes, some shares. Let me know what you're doing today. Or actually, more importantly, I have one more of these wood pieces to do. And because I'm doing both sides of these in order to show off different color patterns. I made some recommendations on what colors you would like to see being used here, because I am all about demonstrating and showing you guys what each color looks like. There we go. There's our yellow. Now we have our yellow in place. You can see that I used next to nothing. I basically overserved myself, which is okay, because if it dries in the pellet, I can reconstitute it and reuse it again, or I can use it as a watercolor palette. The absence of plastics makes it so that I can rehydrate it and use it again and again. And it also makes it so I do not have to wash my brushes out immediately, which I totally love. All right, guys, now we're gonna be coming in with Molly red pepper, which is also in an extremely strong concentrate. We're just going to add, give it a little shake. We're gonna add just a drop of that here, because obviously I was a little heavy-handed. So I'd say that's probably about a pea-sized drop, if not smaller. So you can see, compared to my fingernail that lost all of its nail polish. I know, we can't go get manicures, right? So we have this one here, just a very small amount. And I'm gonna start off with a fresh brush that has no color in it. And I'm going to, again, take my water and I'm gonna add it straight to that bowl, to that little itty bitty spot. And I'm just going to get it loaded onto my brush. This one is going to be completely mixed with the water, because doing the yellow, I realized how strong I want it. This is probably about 3 to 5 parts water, I would say. All right, so we're gonna bring this in. You can see how strong that is. I might have to dilute it a little bit more. Let's just go with the flow. Again, my surface for my wood is so wet. Maybe a little bit too wet on this side, but we're gonna make it work. And just bring that right across and get our nice little beam going. And we will ombre these colors together in order to make an orange, but I'm getting our first color on there first. Here we go. All right. Now we're gonna bring it over, and the yellow with our brush that has, you know, that's just kind of running out. You can also sop it off in order to blend the color even better, so that you have a nice gradient between the red and the yellow, creating that pretty orange. It's like an ombre, a really easygoing ombre. We're gonna do that over here as well. And we can also take another color in. So you can see how I got this beautiful yellow, I got a beautiful orange, and I have our red, of course. So makes it pretty simple. All right, we're gonna come down this way. We're gonna do another little stripe in. This wood is very, very thirsty. Super porous. I love pine. Pine always makes the colors really bright and vibrant. So it's just beautiful. I love pine. It's like having a nice white and inexpensive canvas for you to stain on. And they always have such unique and beautiful wood grain patterns that your imagination can really run wild with it. All right, so we're gonna have another little beam come through here. There we go. That red is so strong. It's like red 1940s lipstick. Reminds me of the Roaring 20s. There we go. I'm gonna let that one just kind of sink into the wood a little bit. That's going to really help it out to get that color a little more stern. I realize that it's so wet down on this end. I'm gonna make it just a little bit stronger there. And just add a ball of it without mixing it into the juice. It's going to allow me to have more control of it. So if you wet your wood too much, like I did on this end, feel free to just use the water that's on it to dilute the colors. All right, I'm gonna let that red punch in there. One of our subscribers and one of our companies that uses unicorn spit on their wood creations do these beautiful American flags where they carve the wood and it looks like it's waving. It's so beautiful. But they use our red, they use our blue, and oh my gosh, it is just so beautiful. I absolutely love them. I'm gonna have to order one for myself here soon. It'd be really pretty to have one of those hung in the background of my art studio. I do love our country and I love our citizens too. All right, there's that red. It's starting to get a little bit like a planet looking. I always think they look a bit like a planet. All right, I'm gonna bring another little bead in here. All right, and then another one right in here. And I'm going to work on doing some ombreing so that the colors look a little bit like they're blending together. So I'm just going to take that brush, set it aside, and I'm going to come back with my yellow brush. Oh, that's my yellow brush. And I'm going to blend back and forth around the edges where that red and the yellow meets. And intermittently, so that it doesn't get too orange, I'm going to wipe my brush off just to take some of that red away. Here we go. And see how easy this is to ombre. Super simple. Isn't that pretty and easy? Whoever thought that you could blend using stain? I'm sure the trees are grateful. Do that right here as well. And blend that out. See how the wetness of the brush, it reconstitutes that pigment and allows you to manipulate it. Even though it seems like it's, smudge proof right now, even though it's damp, the wetness of the brush does make it so that you can move around on it. And if it gets too dry on you, your brush does, go ahead and just dampen it with a little bit of water. But you don't want to make it too damp. You don't want to reconstitute all of it. You just want it to be slightly damp. Go ahead and blend this out. Okay, might need a little bit more water in my brush. Just really want to articulate that in really pretty right there. I love how it just goes right on. See how, ooh, that one was really strong right there. See how it reconstituted and drug it? We're just gonna have to go with the flow on that one. All right, so I've done all the grading that I want to do on the red for now because I do want to come back with my blue, which now we have red and we have orange and we have yellow. We're going to come in with blue and be able to get some purple and greens and blue, of course, in the spots in which we haven't applied any color. And for that, I'm going to be using our little tubs, just like the olden days. I'm very excited about it. When you receive these, again, you can get these 8-ounce, same amount of product, same product, just a different package. These are only available at Walmart. So if you guys want to go to the local Walmart, that's how you can pick them up. The online, sometimes you can find them online, but I recommend just going straight to the store and picking them up. They have several colors to choose from in these little jars, and it's wonderful. It brings back such good memories. I need to get busy. Oh, these brushes, aren't they adorable? They're by Royal Langolier. At my website at michellenicoles.com. I'll put a link for that. I actually have these. We just ran out of stock because of the virus, of course. But we will be getting some more of these Royal Langoliers in. I absolutely think they are just so fun and whimsical, and yet they are a super wonderful brand of brushes as well. All right, so now we've got our blue. What I'm gonna do with this one, I'm actually gonna use the inside of the cap. I know, it could be, but I'm gonna get the inside of the cap, and I'm just going to spritz a little water in there and just hydrate that little dab that I put. And let's make sure that we get enough in there that we think we can do the whole shebang. Pretty sure we can. As you can see, it is really strong dye. So we're diluting this about 10 parts water, I would say, to start. Maybe 20 even, I don't know. Okay, so here goes our blue. It's a nice neon electric blue. Really, really beautiful. I love it. But you can see when it touches the yellow, it'll make a green, and when it touches the red, it's going to make a purple. And we'll be able to blend this, but for right now, I'm just getting my shades of blues into there in order to get going on it. Here we go. And bring that blue right across that yellow. And you get that beautiful green. Is that beautiful or what? I love how all the colors can flow along with one another. Hopefully the sound of the lawn boys isn't too loud for you. We have my little nephew out there. He got a job this year with the landscape company, and they are the same guys that do our lawn, and I'm really proud of him. He's 17. They grow so fast. Oh my goodness. My son Johnny's just a couple years behind them. He's 15, and then we have another boy named Joshua, and he is 13, and then our youngest is Jamie, and he is 11. So they're like little stepping stones down. We have boys of all different shapes and sizes and ages. He just came to the back window and waved at me. He's so cute. He's got his little workman glasses on and stuff. I just love it. All right, we're gonna bring this in. Oh, that part's really vibrant and beautiful, isn't it? Look at that bolt of red coming across. Ooh, it just makes me swoon. Swooning. All right. Okay, I'm gonna bring this blue across to here. Bring this blue over here. Let me get a little bit more on my brush. We haven't started our blending yet. We're just putting our colors down on there. I want this little end over here to be really blazing blue though. So I'm just using whatever's left over on my brush. Let's see if there's anything left in this cap. But isn't that neat how you can just take the cap, tap it to even the plastic safety part, mist it with a little water. Go. There you go. And you have like the world's greatest wood stain in the world. With no brush strokes, I might add. It's such an important thing to have no brush strokes, and Unicorn Spit does that. It's self-leveling and absorbs. So it will level and become one with the surface with no ridges. There's nothing floating on top when you place it on a porous surface like this. Go. Get this little bead in there. A little blaze coming down here, maybe. Oh, it's so pretty. You know, it kind of reminds me of Fiesta wear. I love Fiesta wear. Okay, here we go. I think I'm done with my blue. Blue is extremely strong, so if I need more, I can just rehydrate my brush. And let's see what we can do. All right, I think I might blend using my yellow brush. So I'm just gonna take my cloth, put it down like this, and hydrate that yellow brush up really well. And I'm just gonna come in and we're gonna start blending those harsh lines to make them a little less prominent so that they look like they grew right into the tree as opposed to purposefully placed on it. And all you do is just take your wet brush and blend those edges. See? Isn't that neat? Okay, let's do it again. All right, so now we're going to do a little purple lining here where the red and the blue meet. And then we're going to gradually grade that out. All right, let's do that again here. And blend this blue into that yellow. And we're gonna blend this blue into the red, which is gonna give us that beautiful purple. Just going right across that line. This one as well. We put it in there kind of harsh. There we go. As you see, I'm taking my brush every once in a while and just dabbing off to give it a fresh start so that I'm not bringing the colors, like I'm trying to keep them individualized, I guess you could say. I just don't want to intermingle them too much. I want to be able to have control of the colors that I'm blending. So to do that, you have to take control of your brush. And it's good to rehydrate it, which also gives it a fresh start as well. So we're just going to wet our brush. We're going to just squeeze. There we go. And we're going to blend this dark blue piece. There we go. And then another one here. Let's go ahead and blend that blue and red. And then give it a squeeze out because now we're moving to the green or the blue and the yellow to make that green. There we go. Oh my gosh, it's very Mexican saddle blanket. Like I grew up in El Paso and we had this coloration everywhere. It was just beautiful. All right, I'm gonna give it another. This is the drier side of my piece. Remember this side had a lot of water and this side was drier. So I need to use a wetter brush. Here we go. Go ahead and blend this out. Really having a blend here. And what I can actually do is just come in with a wet brush. Let's really blend this out. This one's pretty. It's a little bit of a rougher cut here. So it's going to take a little additional scrubbing. What I could do though is get a little yellow and come in over that blue. Let's see if that'll reconstitute that stark line. I know you guys are probably like, what is she even talking about? I am like my worst critic. I think a lot of us can relate to that. I'm a horrible critic on myself. Get a little yellow, water it down a little bit more. again, I like to blend using the softest color because that'll give me more control. There we go. That's what I needed. That's what I needed. All right. So let's blend right here where we got another harsh line by just going back and forth over it. Bringing that red into that yellow. Yep. Nope, nope, don't do it, Michelle. Get your red brush. If I want to bring that red into the yellow, I need to do it with the red brush, not with the yellow brush, because then my red will be overtaken with the yellow. Or my yellow brush will be overtaken with the red. There we go. All right, let's go back. Now we're over here. Yeah, it's gotten very dry over here. Unicorn spit dries extremely fast, you guys, especially if you're in a low humidity environment. There's hardly any drying time on this stuff. It's, I mean, look, well, I got a little bit, but you saw how much I was able to water it down. It's just insane. And if you do make a mistake, it's easy to fix, like it never even happened. All right, let me get a little water. I'm gonna get some water just over here in one of my little paint palette spots. And where was I? Right here. All right, we want to reconstitute that red and that blue so that they turn to that pretty purple. And then we're going to come in right here and blend these two together. There we go. I think my brush is getting a little bit murky, so I'm just going to grab another and have a fresh, clean brush. Once it gets this kind of like the colors have just blended too much and it becomes murky, you start getting a brown tone, that's when you're going to want to give your brush a fresh start by either cleaning it or just getting a new brush, which I'm doing because I don't have a little water puddle near me to dip them in. I have one, but it's empty. All right, there we go. Get this hydrated up. There we go. And get this little area right here. Get it to blend. Not crazy about it. So what I'm going to do is, again, wet my blue brush, but I'm going to kind of wash it out a little bit because I don't want it to be strong. I want to pretty much like dilute it out. Okay. There we go. Oh, I lost my red. That's okay. We're going to make it a purple and we can come back and do it too. But I'm coming in and I'm adding blue here and there where I want it. Keeping the places that I may have like lost some of my concentration. I want to go ahead and just put it back in there nice and deep. What's nice is that you can put a second coat on unicorn spit with no problem at all because it dries so quickly. You're not going to risk the peeling and stuff like that. That doesn't happen, or dimpling or any of that. You can, as soon as it's absorbed in that surface, you can go for it. And it absorbs in that surface just as fast as, well, on a bare wood surface as water does on a sponge. So you guys are good to go on that. I don't know about this song. This song's on my playlist. I had to find royalty-free music because yesterday my husband was playing music in the back, like in his room, which is on the other side of the wall in his office, and somehow or another, I guess he was playing Post Malone, I don't even know. And so they were like, they sent me a thing on YouTube saying that I had copyright music. I was like, oh my God, there's not even any music playing. Isn't that crazy? I thought that was crazy. All right, so there's our colors. Really liking that. It's really, really beautiful. We were able to get purple and red and green and yellow. There's so many colors that you can get with this, and it is definitely like Fiesta. Mind you, have a Mexican saddle blanket. Super pretty. It'd be a beautiful lazy Susan. Absolutely love it. So those are our colors of regular unicorn spit. As you can see, it is not sparkly like the holographic sparkling stain. Now the sparkling stain is less dilutable. It's not as strong of a concentrate, but it does have this beautiful holographic effect, where a regular unicorn spit is a matte finish. You will not get a holographic effect on that one. But of course it works on a multitude of different mediums. It actually absorbs into that wood grain, which you can see. A lot of people are like, oh, well, I can't see the wood grain. It's because you really have to dilute it, you guys. It is a very strong medium. You can use it as a paint. You can use it as a glaze. It works on fabric, glass, so many different things, but you have to dilute it if you do not want it to be used as a paint. And as you can see, that little itty bitty teaspoon, that like little tiny pea drop that I used of that red was enough to do all of this, and left a whole lot left over. So it's just a little itty bitty dabble do ya. There's not much that needs to be used in order to complete your projects. All right, guys, well, I'm looking forward to your comments on what colors you would like to see used next. I have one last project to do. On this side, we did sparkling, which is the pink Starling Sasha, and the yellow, which is Golden Gosling. And on the opposite side, we did our primary colors of our regular unicorn spit in Lemon Kiss, Dragon's Belly, Lemon Kiss, Molly Red Pepper, and Blue Thunder. I would love to do the metallics, however, these are going to be used for commercial use. So I want to make sure that my prototype colors aren't going to be on these ones, but I will do some demonstrations on them at a later time. So let me know what colors you would like to see used on the next board. It'll be ready to go in probably about 30 minutes. And so until then, I'm going to scroll through the comments, see what you guys recommend. And when I see you back this afternoon, or until I do, be good, be blessed, and always let. There I am. Be good, be blessed, and always let your creative juices flow. I'll talk to you soon. Goodbye.